Okay, this is going to be a vlog and kind of an update about what's going on in my life. This is my second take at this. My first one, I went overboard and it was like close to 30 minutes until I shut. All right, first things first. My sewing project. All right, what's going on with that? All right, I'll put a link in the doobly doob about that. I already did a video on it, so here's some updates if nobody wants to actually see it or listen to it. Is that, like I said before in that video, which is I had the wrong type of fabrics. I basically couldn't find the fabrics that I want for the design I wanted, what I was doing. So I went with another design and I got fabrics for that other design that worked well. All right, there was that kind of first beginning of problems. And then the second thing was I didn't have enough peace and quiet or time to actually work on this stuff, so it was just so freaking hectic to actually do any work. So I just quit doing it. It's not because it was too tough. And plus, with Etsy, I've been reading on different sites, of reviews from two sides. The the people that are, the creators of projects, the shop owners basically, and also the customers. Here's the thing: the shop owners or creators of these items, they had some of the reviews I had. They were bad reviews, basically. They were telling me, well, they didn't tell me particular straight to me. I just read their review, what they specified reviews of it, which is that they had problems with customers that would do is order one of their items but wouldn't pay. They would cancel the payment. So you sent it in, they canceled the payment, they got the item, and you're screwed. And the other thing was one of them which the person did was got screwed over by Etsy themselves because they did was how was a campaign for lowering their prices, a discount price. Then they stopped it. They discontinued the discount price, went back to the normal price, and then Etsy did was turned on their campaign again without their permission. And they got a shitload of orders, but the problem was it was at this discounted price and they couldn't afford to do that, And Etsy charged them for running a campaign, all this other shit, these ads on their site, charging them when they didn't say okay to do it. Etsy said, "Fuck you." I've heard reviews. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say it's true or not. I'm just saying this is what I've read. And that's kind of like a red flag for me. Okay, here's on the shopper side saying they had problems with the site not working right, where they couldn't order, or they did order stuff, but the creators refused to make it. They just like, well, I don't make them anymore. But they took the money anyways, took their money. Others, one, they said they got was shoddy material. The merchandise was shoddy. Like someone gave, they bought a pillow and it was not even halfway filled with fluff, with material, and it was not even good craftsmanship. This was shitty. To where the sewing was crap, the stuff was falling out. Opening up the package, most of the shit was coming out of the pillow and whatever, and some were being overcharged and fucked over. Others, they wanted this particular item and they were sent something else instead. Those certain things. It was like, I want this shirt, but instead they sent me panties. Like, what the hell? I didn't order that. Well, I don't make that anymore. I make these. It's kind of weird shit. I've heard, or actually read technically, of these. So it's like kind of who's telling the truth, who's not, but they both send a red flag. So I'm not going to say any of this is true. This is what I have looked up and read of reviews. I always read the good, but I also read the bad because I want to see what is the worst it could be. Because any site's going to have bad reviews, but I want to see how horrible and how realistic this really is, for the buyer and seller, sides of the reviews. All right, here's the other thing. All right, that's enough with that with the sewing project. All right, the campaigns. I figured right now I have is my Patreon campaign going on, but I haven't really updated the page yet. I should do that. I'm going to do that today. I have received no money, nada. Like, yeah, don't go onto one of these scam sites that tells you how much I make from my videos. I'll tell you, I made Zippo because I tried doing that and it told me my estimated earnings is like a few $100s. I'm like, what the hell? No. And with YouTube, it says their approximate saying is, within the site, it says your approximate earnings since I was created, I would earn only 2 cents. Yay! With all the views I have, with all this of everything, 2 cents. I receive Zippo. I'm not saying YouTube screwed me over. I'm not doing it for money or anything like that because not everything I have is actually monetized. So, yeah, I made Zippo with YouTube. I'm not trying to make a fortune with YouTube. I just did this because I actually like to create stuff, make stupid videos. I want to create better ones. I wanted to do as a campaign of me creating YouTube videos. I wanted to do was a TV series. The first one that I tried to do this, and it was on Indiegogo, my project, running a campaign for it. I got Zippo. There were some people that did see it, they shared it, but nobody gave me a damn cent. Alright? Nothing. I figured it was probably because I didn't have a huge following or a fan base or a viewership, as you want to call it. I didn't have any of that. Of course, some people followed me, but most of them are just doing it because, oh, you follow me, I automatically follow you. No, I just want somebody, if you're into watching my videos or at least listening to them, then yeah, you can follow me. I really don't care. I don't say, please add and subscribe to me. I'm not doing that. If you want to add, you want to follow, you want to subscribe to me, you want to watch my videos, that's fine. It's up to your personal preference. But I really want to do was make this particular YouTube channel and probably even make other YouTube channels that were more precise about what I wanted to do. This one, it's like kind of a free-for-all, but most of it's about anime and manga and things that interest me, my passions. So, campaign I want to do is, like I said, an actual TV series. I figured for a studio I want to create, a warehouse, technically. I want to rent a warehouse for a year. I figured out the price. It's going to be over $100,000 a year. So I usually see it closely around to 128K a year just to rent a pretty good size warehouse. Not huge or anything, but it's a good size warehouse. I've seen some the same size, but the price is like 56 to 58,000 a year, and the lowest I've seen was like 28K a year. And of course, for that price, it goes like that. So I never had the money to even rent any of those. So I figured for a warehouse for the size, I figured, and most likely the price I would get, and for the equipment, cameras are going to cost me around $3,000 to $5,000. These are good ones that you would use for studio quality level, of making TV shows and stuff. I want to make professional television or movie, professional level of films or shows. Actually, it would be series. And think of like a high-end TV series, but it's on YouTube. And a lot of these things I wanted to create were, well, the IPs are owned by other companies, not me. I also want to do my own stuff too, but I figured one of these IPs like Star Trek or maybe a Star Wars type series or Doctor Who, because I have scripts for 2 different Doctor Who series, original series, some also a few series of within the Star Trek universe. One is actually my own creation. I even have as a script for actually I written a script that I was going to end up later turning it into a book. Because for me, for me, it was easier to do. I did this when I was in college. For me to do was write scripts. And when I first learned how to write scripts, they were actually movie production scripts. Okay, these are like professional things for movies, which had the dialogue and had the cameras, the lighting, all the sound effects, everything, and all the in-between shots, where the cameras are, blah, blah, blah. Tells in detail of every freaking thing. It's a technical script. Besides having the dialogue boxes, it specifies where the characters are and where they're standing and what's happening, what they do, blah 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 for each scene or each whatever, each shot as it were for each camera. It goes All right. I figured to do a TV series, it would cost me $300K. All right. If I get $100K, then I would rent a house. A house I can get for like a little over $1,000, just under $2,000 a month. So that would be like $24,000 a year. About that would be the low end, but that's actually a good size level. Because you have to understand, I have to pay for all this and then try to get a cast that would do it for free or do it for less money than some would get for doing at a real TV show, like on Doctor Who. Not I want this to be fan made for fans, all this, not to make anything off of somebody else's IP. But if I got like the warehouse, I would also make it into an actual studio and do my own projects, which are my own IPs, and I would do is monetize them. But the ones that are other people's IPs I've written, that's basically written by fans, mainly me, and whatever other writers that want to help, and actors that want to actually work on this, So it's going to be made by fans for free to be on YouTube. It would be professional quality level. Other project would be my making an album. Yes, I've written a whole mess of songs, mess of albums. Because usually when I write songs, I usually think of an album, name, title, everything about it. And a lot of times that's how it worked. Like my first real album that I created, I never physically created it. I've created was the lyrics and also the notations for it. I'll tell you more about my history with music and how it started, because it goes back to my early childhood of writing music and my obsession with Mozart, with Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, actually, with him. I wanted to do was outdo him. And actually, by the time I was 5, I written more shit than he did. By the time he was 5, I started like about 2 to 3. You have to understand, I was a very creative and intellectual child when I was young. I saw was Star Trek early on. It came out in '79. That's when I saw it. I was born in '76, and I saw Star Wars. When I first saw Star Wars, it was in the theaters in '77. I wasn't even 1 at the time. I was like close to 1, but I can walk and talk and stuff like that. It's not anything usual, or at least not to me, because I never had anybody else that was my own age around me to refer to. I was always around adults, and so I was actually pretty wise and intelligent. And the first thing I could always remember of that was not just when I talked to my dad about this. The first thing I've done on this, when I came from the movie, I drew battle scenes of all the ships that was pretty much my first memories of drawing. My earliest drawing memories was of that. Star Wars. And I'm into Star Trek too, you know. So, like I said, with my music, I want to create an album. I figured, I'm not too sure about how much the production cost would be, but because some of the prices it changed over the time, so like studio costs and whatever. So I figured everything, and there's some companies out there I do heard of them, and I've seen them on the news and stuff way back when. Some of them they're still around. I just don't remember their freaking names. There's one in LA that does, it's not just CDs, but you can put your music and they create is albums, actual, you know, vinyl records. That's actually what I want to do. And, you know, yeah, because I wanted to do that. And I figured my first album, it would cost, with, I don't have the equipment to do it or the rental time, but I figured the lowest range would be close to 10,000, but I figured it'd be about 10 to maybe $20,000. And the highest, I mean, the very highest I can think of, without going like completely flamboyantly absurd amount, you know, would go as high as, with everything, the cost of whatever, 50,000, the most. But I doubt I would actually spend that much. Seriously, I doubt that it would cost me that much. I still figured, you know, the good range is from 10K to 20K. All right, comic books. Creating those, I have drawings and stuff, and some of my stuff I need to redraw because I lost a lot of my stuff, you know, from moving and whatever from place to place, you know. So it's just irritating. Some of my earlier stuff got lost, got stolen, and shit like that over the years. And I figured the equipment that I need, it would cost me about maybe $1,000 to $2,000. Maybe the most would probably be about 5,000, because you have to understand a lot of the sites that I want to work with, they end up going out of business. You know, and these were sites that would do is you put up your product, and they will do is the printing, and the shipping and selling of your product that you get is only the royalties from it. If you have it set up for the amount so you can have royalties, yeah, whatever it was. But they would handle all of the physical aspects, and you just handled the creative aspects, and they didn't censor you whatsoever. You know, but companies I want to work with, yes, they went out of business, and one of them I was starting to just put stuff up, just seeing if people like my stuff, would look at it, would probably read some of my shit that I put up there for free. Before I had was the equipment, such as a good computer, not this one. This one's okay. I have is an HP Stream 11. I did not know that what HP did to their computers. I'll talk about that later in a rant about HP computers. So, yeah, my computer's good. It handles graphics well, you know, graph related things, but all of my programs, how it is, everything is actually run not on the hard drive itself, but it's actually on SD cards and thumb drives. Everything that I have is on thumb drives and SD cards, you know, micro SDs. Oh, shit. Because right now, I have is free space on my hard drive is a little over 2 gigs, 2.04, I guess. You know, it's not even 2.1 gigs. It's only a little over 2 gigs of excess space, space I have left over, because most of the hard drive is of the operating system, which is Windows 8.1, and then I have a big chunk of it, and it's like about a little over 7 gigs that is dedicated by HP, and that's for recovery. If your computer's fucked up, it uses that as to help refresh everything, you know. And then there is the a piece of the computer though is like a few gigs that or whatever. It's like about a gig or whatever, maybe, or I don't remember. It's a small amount that it's set aside and you can't do shit with it either. And then there was another partition as well. It's like the hell, it came up with a new partition. So I have this like a junk space partition. I destroyed it, but I have this like so-called like here's my partition of main stuff, but I have this extra space, but it's not connected to any partition. I can't even put it into my main pool. It's like, ah, fuck you, HP. You screwed me over. With the HP Stream 11, it works fine, but the operating system is too fucking big right now, and everything's all shit. And why did you have to have like a recovery section? Like you cannot destroy that partition or smash that memory into regular or whatever. I hate that. Some people love it, but I dislike it. So, yeah. Other things. My manga, like I said, it would probably be $1,000 to $2,000, and I think the most would be about 5,000, and the highest would probably be a 10K, but I highly doubt that. But that's only if I go to Japan and have a company over there to print it. You know, I would have them print a few things and sell it there, and whatever I can, probably ship it over to America to sell it here, I guess, whatever. All right. Yeah, that's with my projects, and right now the only campaigning that I'm doing at this moment is my Patreon, and I gotten Zip for it, and I need to do is, like I said, update it, which I'll do that today. So, all right, Anime Expo. Let me talk about that really quick. All right, Anime Expo. I don't think I'm gonna go this year. I wish I can, but I doubt that I will, for several reasons. One, it's the cost. The thing is, I don't have the money because people that owe me money, they haven't paid me back yet. So I doubt that I'll get the money soon. I could probably do is pawn some of my stuff or sell some of my items that I have, you know, but I doubt that I'll get enough money. But if I do, you know, I figured I need to do is get at least $100. But the problem is my camera was stolen. The problem with my camera was this. It was actually the SD card was like, I think it was a class 4 SD, but it had was 8 gigs of space on it. The problem is when the class level is that low, I should have it as a class 10. Reason why, my camera records things too fast for the SD card. So the SD card will only record so much and then it shuts down. The thing stops. So that's why a lot of these videos that I done went boom, like really quick, you know. Like last year, you know, you've seen my videos. I'll put a link on to that and you'll see that. I still have the original footages. If I can, I'll put them up. Yeah. Other things with MA Expo. Even if I do go this year, I'm going to do is record everything using my phones to record everything and not rely on that camera because I don't have it anymore. Somebody stole that, and I know the asshole that did it, and he basically stole it to sell for drugs, to do heroin, probably speed, or whatever damn stupid shit that he wants to do to fuck himself over. Let him die. I care little for him. He can die. Shoot up shit in your arm. I don't give a shit. Hope it kills you, you motherfucking thief. That's what I say about that idiot. You know, I have no love for thieves, especially if they're going to rob me, and then everyone at the place is going to take his fucking dirty ass little self, you know, take his side. Like, fuck you and fuck all of you. Yeah, it's like, fuck you. I don't care. You know, take the drug addict thief's side. Go ahead, take his side. Like, he stole from me, stole my underwear. I know he didn't wear them. Most likely he stole it and threw it. Well, of course he stole it, but most likely he did was threw it in the trash. I mean, I don't really have that many pairs anymore. Yeah, it's like, why? Why do you want to steal my underwear? Are you that fucking of a perv or what? Fucking sick fuck. And then taking my, my toiletry items, my extra toiletry. Why would you want to steal that? Are you so fucking cheap and that dirty you have to steal somebody else's toiletries, hairspray, bars of soap and shampoo and shit like that? My shaving cream? Well, they stole my shaving cream and then put it back the next day. Or, about a day to 2 days later. I mean, it finally reappears because I emptied that bag out. It wasn't there. And then the next day, it was there. It appeared. I'm like, yeah, the thief went back in. Like, fuck you, thief. Well, at least you didn't want that shaving cream no more. Fuck you. But you, as the audience, that I appreciate who you are, but the thief, fuck him. Yeah. Oh yeah, my other project that I wanted to do was a documentary. I figured that would cost me about $10,000 the most. It might cost more, but I figured with the cost of going around, because I wanted to do was I had other ideas for documentaries, but the documentary I want to do is on the anime and manga culture. In America, we call it otaku. If they're into Japanese anime and manga, comic books, and the Japanese youth culture, subcultures, and stuff, and we just get all that stuff and smash it in together as otaku. We don't call it weeaboos. Weeaboos are wannabe Japanese or whatever. I'll probably run into them, but I knew people that are, I still do know people in anime and manga, that are into those cultures and also into the music. Some people I know, they're not into that, but they're into the Japanese games, the gaming scene. I wanted to do is go to these conventions and talk to these people, and also cosplayers, especially cosplayers, because most of the documentary will be about cosplay. Because you've probably seen the reality TV show about cosplay, and they tell you most of that is bullshit. Because a lot of the things I've known, cosplayers that do these competitions professionally, and they don't do any of that shit that's on that reality show, because most of that's BS. I've known people for years in cosplay. Yeah, I kind of do it, but I do it for fun, not for competitions. But yeah, I want to do that and upload the videos onto YouTube, and the project would take a year. So if I got the money, and I figured by December 25th of 2016 is when the documentary would be done and would be put on YouTube. And I wanted to do was also make DVDs or maybe put it on Blu-ray discs. I would have is a burner and stuff. Brand new computer, stuff like that. To edit it and put it on disc, and I would send it basically to the donators. That's kind of it for right now. This version isn't short at all. It's going to cost the same amount of time as when I first did this take. This is take number 2. Well, I'll see you in the next video. I have no catchphrase of my own, so I'm going to steal Markiplier's. Hey, why not? See you later, whatever. John,